while we're talking about it, you guys have a couple of giants in your tight end room, right? Jalin Conyers, Messiah Swinson. Just what is their potential, just given their track record and then just how big they are?
Yeah, I mean, we've got one of the best tight end groups in the Pac-12. Probably one of the better ones in the country, honestly. We didn't target any tight ends in this signing class because we feel strongly about the group we have. And so, yeah, it's, obviously really Jalin came on late last year. Coach Iguano, when he got involved and started calling plays, I think utilized the tight ends a lot more. And Jalin had breakout. And then obviously Messiah is a monster. What he brings to the table physically is a game changer. So really, really excited about that group. But there's some other really good players, with Jacob Newell and Bryce Pierre and Ryan Morgan. It's a strong room. So we're excited about that. I'm personally excited to coach those guys. Was able to get on the phone with each of them individually last week and just kind of start building that relationship, let them know that I was here and excited to be here. And I kind of figured that maybe one or two of them wouldn't be all that enthusiastic, but every one of them was excited about the direction of this program. Was really welcoming to me, and so I'm fired up. It's a good group. It's for me coming in, as a first year coach, I couldn't ask for a better position group, and I'm excited to coach the tight ends. It's always been the offense that I've run. I've always coordinated the offense at Saguaro. Has always been 11 personnel or 12 personnel kind of base offense where we really utilize the tight ends. I believe in the value of the tight end to kind of a spread pro style offense, which is what I tried to run at Saguaro. Very similar to what Coach Dillingham's always run, and Coach Baldwin as well. So I think it's going to be great. They're going to have a coach that believes in them and believes in their value to an offense, and is going to fight for them as far as utilizing them and getting them involved in not only in the offense, but in every way we can. Try to get 2-3 on the field. Have some packages where we're really using that group as the best we can.
Coach, you bring up Saguaro. Does it feel real yet that you're wearing that pitchfork now and you're here?
Yeah, it took a few days, walking up to the stadium where my office is and, have my key card. I'm like, oh, this key card works, but yeah, it does feel real, honestly, which is why I knew it was the right thing. I've had opportunities every year, probably since about 2014, 2015, to leave Saguaro. I never had the right one. I always felt like it would take something special. And when this opportunity materialized with Coach Dillingham getting the job, the people that he was bringing in, it was a no-brainer. It felt right. And so I think when you make that kind of move, if it feels right, it doesn't feel like that big of a transition. It was a couple days to just get my bearings. But since then, it's been awesome. I couldn't be any more excited and proud to be here. So thankful to the people that are here. Obviously Coach Dillingham, number one, but Coach Iguano, Sean Iguano, Charlie Regal, guys that took the same transition as me from being a successful head high school coach to transitioning to the college level. So I've been leaning on those guys a lot, but the rest of the coaching staff too, they're just good men. They're good people. And they've all been patient and helpful and willing to kind of show me the ropes and say, hey, do this, or hey, don't do that. And doing it in a way where they're, I think, building me up. I haven't felt anybody try to, oh, you're the high school guy, stay in your lane. It's all guys that I think that's the common theme with the staff that Coach Dillingham's built is it's good people that care about Arizona State University and what it can be, but also they're just genuinely good men and all the people in this building. It's a pretty special place, and so I'm excited for the direction this thing's going.
You bring up Charlie and Sean, and then obviously the experience that you have at the level. What does that do for you guys in terms of high school recruiting here specifically?
Well, I think it shows the Valley and the state of Arizona that Coach Dillingham believes in it. Right? He didn't need to hire me to have an Arizona guy. He had Arizona guys, right? And pretty much every staff, I've seen it from the other side. Every staff that's been here since I've been at Saguaro, I started in 2007, comes in, new staff comes in, they hire the token Arizona guy to pretend like there's a commitment to Arizona, and then they all ultimately lean on the relationships that they have from previous stops. Right? Whether it was a Texas guy or a California guy or whatever. This is the first time where you can tell this is an Arizona guy in charge because he's building his staff with people that are connected to the state in some capacity, whether it's a guy like myself that was just coaching at the high school level. Coach Ward, our defensive coordinator, grew up out here. He played high school ball at Apollo, and he's coached at every level in college football, has been a big time defensive coordinator for a long time, but he's an Arizona guy to his core. Coach Cooper, our linebackers coach, was born in Flagstaff, played at Sunny Slope, and he's been all over the place coaching, won national championships at North Dakota State. And, great coach, has recruited the Valley for a long time. Coach Ward's recruited the Valley for a long time. It's guys like that they might not have been head high school coaches here, but they're tied to this state, and they believe in the players and the programs that are here. I think that's the big thing is when you get into those recruiting discussions and you have a kid at Sunny Slope and then you have a kid from somewhere in Southern California, you can say, hey, this kid at Sunny Slope's really good, and I know that coach, and I know guys that played against him, and they all vouch for him. So let's take that kid. He's a kid in our backyard. He wants to be a Sun Devil. You got to have those conversations sometimes, and so to have people here that understand the landscape of Arizona and the quality of the players and the programs and the coaching that these kids are getting at the prep level here, I think will help us keep some more of those players at home.
100%. Last couple questions, Coach. 10 minutes is absolutely flying by. Is Donuts for Dubs going to continue?
It has to. I told Coach Dillingham, I'm going to stay in my lane. I know how it is as a head coach. Everybody wants a piece here. I said, hey, I've been doing this thing for a long time, and so we kind of talked through it. And he goes, it's hard, to have all the family and staff come together. But he's like, we're going to make an emphasis on doing things like that. So at the very least, in the Mohns household, there will be donuts. I don't know if it's donuts for Dubs or donuts for Devils yet. I don't know if I can change it, but I can promise you that tradition will stay alive and strong. And but that's the one thing I really appreciate about Coach Dillingham is he's a family man. He genuinely loves his family, and that means for us we're going to get to have our families involved in this thing. And the hours are going to be crazy and unpredictable, but the appreciation and respect for each other as husbands and fathers, I've already felt, and I'm excited about that to be a part of that. And that's why, again, this decision was easy to make, because I'm working for a man like that obviously is a competitor and wants to win and is going to grind and put the time in, but also respects and loves his family and respects our ability to be, like I said, husbands and fathers and be a part of our kids' lives as well.